first snow of the season, my friends. I am super pumped to be out here in the mountains today. We're gonna be setting up a hammock from our friends over at OneWind. Now, this hammock is not a Four Seasons hammock by itself, but if you pick up the Underquilt Upgrade, it will make it 4 seasons. So we're gonna set this thing up, give you the overview, show you how to set it up and all that good stuff. Got the battle buddy out here with me today, out in his element, and I'm super pumped to just finally get back outside, get some video done for you guys, and so let's get into it. Let's set this thing up. It's very important to understand that it deploys from either end of the stuff sack. You'll notice the buckles hanging out here on both sides. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to open one side, preferably the side that you've got your straps stowed in, and we're going to pull out both of these straps. They're identical, and we're going to take them and strap them up to the particular trees that we're going to be hanging our hammock in between. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take the buckle from the same side of the stuff sack that we just opened, and we're going to pass it through the strap. Take your strap, push it through the bottom, pull it through, back through the top. And basically all this is going to do is use your own body weight as retention. So basically whenever you put pressure on it and pull it, the tighter it's going to sit. So we're going to take that and we're going to pull it on up, and notice this little blue bungee strap. It's almost like a little hairband. You just pull that up and you can take that and secure off the excess strap that you have. Now we're going to take this stuff sack. We've got one end secured. We're going to take the buckle of the other end and we're going to walk it over to the other tree. Take your stuff sack and pull it back to one end of the hammock setup over onto the strap. You can push it all the way to the tree if you like. I like to just keep mine right here at the end of the buckle, because what I'm going to do right now, after we get this all configured here, set up, it's pretty much already ready to go out of the stuff sack. It's pretty much ready to go. You've got the bug net, which cinches tight on both ends. And then it also cinches on the bottom. The bottom is open. Once you get inside, you'll reach down and there's two little cinch shock cords right here on the bottom. Just pull those tight and that'll cinch it up at the bottom so no mosquitoes can get in. Now obviously it's winter time here now. Don't have to worry about mosquitoes, but it's nice to have the integrated bug net already, you know, in the package right out of the box. So this is super awesome. It's got a Ridgeline already built onto it, so the bug net just rests across the Ridgeline there. But let's say we don't want the bug net. All you got to do is uncinch it from one side, and we're going to take it and we're just going to pull it back across like so. Make sure you pull your little bag out if you want to keep that, or you can put some utility items in. But you're just going to get it all the way over to one side, and then you can take it, ball it up, and put it right inside of your stuff sack and stow it away. Now, like I said, this thing does have an integrated Ridgeline, and I really like that because it makes it so you don't have to string up an additional Ridgeline to throw a tarp over it. It's also the Ridgeline that holds the bug net up as well. And two, it helps mitigate the amount of stress that the hammock has to bear when you're laying in this thing. It helps take away some of that weight from the hammock. And so right now it's all slacked out, so it's really long. And if you were to lay in the hammock right now, it would kind of be in your face. One thing that this also does is helps control the sag of the hammock. So if we take that and we tighten it up, you'll see that the hammock will actually sag a good bit more, and this line will get tighter and it'll take on more of the weight. So when you're sitting in this thing and you've got it tightened up, you got good headroom from your Ridgeline. Now let's talk about using this hammock in the wintertime. One thing that you're going to want to get is the Underquilt Upgrade. And this thing can look a little bit confusing when you get it out. It's got a lot of shock cords to it, as you can see. Really easy to get tangled up if you don't pay attention. So bear in mind with that. But all you got to do is take it. It's already ready to go out of the stuff sack. You just take one carabiner here. You're going to attach it to your buckle there. And then you're going to take it and walk it over to the other side. And you're going to buckle it over here. Once you got it buckled, you want to go in and make sure that you've actually got your hammock on the inside of the underquilt. Basically, it's just like putting two hammocks together, essentially. And then once you've got it on the inside, find your edges, and you'll notice these little loops, okay? Once you find the edge of your hammock, you're going to take that loop, and you're going to find this little gap right here on your underquilt, and you're going to pass that through. Now that gives you the ability to put a little, just stick a stick through there. You can put a carabiner through it, whatever you want to stick right there to lock that in place. And that makes it to where you can just take this thing and just open it up and hop right inside. You don't have to worry about peeling through 3 different layers of your underquilt and your hammock to try to find where the actual inside of this thing is. You can take those little loops, attach them there, and then just open it and hop in. Super simple. Now, my underquilt setup is actually a 2-piece setup. You've got the underquilt itself, which is this outer layer that you see here, but then there's actually another layer on the inside. And this second layer right here is actually what they call the OneWind blanket. And it basically just uses snap buttons, and it just snaps to the underquilt. And it goes around, and there's snap buttons all along the rim, and they just snap together and work as one piece. And that helps kind of trap a lot of that airflow that's going to come through and insulate that and keep it away from your body. If you're going to be using this thing in extreme conditions, winter conditions like this, I would highly suggest grabbing that blanket upgrade as well. Now, if you want to save space, if you want to save weight, and it's summertime, go ahead and just pop that off, right? And then just pull it out and run with just this underquilt setup right here. Now, the underquilt itself has all these shock cords on it, right? Like I said, you can get these all tangled up if you're not careful. These shock cords have cinch mechanisms on them, so you can cinch them tighter to the body of the hammock here, and that'll help prevent any of that airflow, especially in the winter time. You want to prevent as much airflow as possible to keep warm, cinch that up nice and tight. But if it's in the summertime, hey, go ahead and let it out. Let a little bit more airflow in through there. But you still want to make sure that you've got an underquilt set up most of the time. In the summer, it's not that bad, but anytime it starts getting cold or very windy, you could end up with what's known as cold butt syndrome. A lot of you guys that are hammock campers probably know what that is, but for those of you who don't, basically all the airflow on the bottom of your ass when you're in your hammock, it will actually cause it to go numb and like get really cold, and it'll be really, really hard to get warmed back up. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it for the OneWind hammock and underquilt setup and overview video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. This is a hammock that I would definitely recommend for anybody that's a beginner with hammock camping, or even intermediate level hammock campers, because it is on the cheaper end of the pricing spectrum, but it still has a good quality build to it. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all the other social media channels, because over time I do try to keep you guys updated with posts in the future on the overall long-term performance of the products that we review on the channel here for you guys. So if you want to know how this thing holds up over the long term, be sure to check that out. And we might do some more videos in the future and whatnot. But hey, if you want to pick up one of these things and check it out for yourself, be sure to click the links down in the description below. And I know, guys, I know content has been a little scarce here lately. It's been a while since we last put out a video, blog post, all that good stuff. Content is scarce. I understand. I'm really sorry. I've been grinding though. I've been working really hard under the radar for the last 3 or 4 months or so, really for the last couple of years. I've been laying the foundation for it, but really over the last 3 or 4 months or so, I've been writing a book called The Primal Method. A lot of you guys that are in the Warrior Tribe or connected to me personally or close fans, you guys probably already know this, but for those of you who didn't, I am writing a book called The Primal Method. It will be launching very soon for pre-order. You'll be able to get a physical copy, an ebook, or an audio book. Tribe members, of course, will get it for free. So hey, if you want to get further faster in life, and you want to get from average to savage in your preparedness, be sure to check us out in the Warrior Tribe, where we can help you do that. I will personally help you accomplish that mission, as well as the hundreds of other people that are inside waiting on you. So that's all I got for now, guys. If you got any comments or suggestions or questions or any of that kind of stuff, drop it down below. Hit that like button for me. Share this with a friend or family member. Until next time, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.